சிவாய திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். வாகர்த்தௌ விவ சம்பிரக்தௌ வாகர்த்தௌ பிரதிபத்தயே ஜகதः பிதரௌ வந்தே பார்வதி பரமேஸ்வரௌ. அருமறைப் பயனாகிய உருத்திரமதனை வருமுறை பெரும் பகலும் எல்லியும் வலுவாமே திருமலர் புகுட்டிருந்தவன் அனைவர் சில நாள் ஒருமை உய்த்திட உமையிடம் மகிழ்ந்தவர் உவந்தார். பசுபதி நாயனார் recited Shri Rudram, and Parameshwara was pleased. That's right, he was happy. Asavyastamro arunavutta bhabrutsu mangalaham. Asavyastamro, the rising sun, changes colors so fast that if you don't catch it on time, you miss it. So asavyastamro aruna uta bhabrutsu mangalaha. Tamra, aruna, babru. These are the three colors. Tamra is the copper, shining copper color. Aruna is like rose color. And then babru is the gold and yellow color. So the rising sun changes all these colors very fast. And who is this? That's now nobody else other than Shri Rudra himself, who does only auspicious things. Mangalam. Sumangalaha. Asavyastamro arunavuta bhabrushu mangalaha. So not only this Rudra, let this Rudra do only good, only auspicious, only things that are life-supporting for us, but also the other Rudras who are really mad at us, mad at this world for destroying nature, for destroying nature's gifts, destroying trees, destroying rivers, destroying whatever, what not. Everything is being destroyed, decimated by human beings. So all these Rudras are mad. So what happens when they get mad? That results manifests in earthquakes, in hurricanes, in cyclones, in floods, in incessant rains. All these things happen. So therefore, those Rudras are not ignored here. So the prayer is addressed to them. So the Rudra that we see every day in the form of a sun, let him do only that is good, only that is always auspicious. But not only him, all this Eche Magam Rudra Abhito Dikshu Srita Sahasraso, ஆயிரக்கணக்கில் பல திக்குகளிலும் விளங்கும் இருக்கும் இந்த உருத்திரர்கள், அவர்கள் கோபமும் தனிய நாம் அவர்களையும் வழிபடுகிறோம். So not only these Rudra who is in the form of a rising sun, but also all the Rudras that are present in all different directions in thousands of forms. Let those Rudras' anger also be subdued with our prayer. Right, number 8. Asavya vasarpati nilagrivo vilohitaham utainang gopa adrishan udaharyaham utainham vishwa bhutani sadrishto mridayatinaham. Asavyastamro. Asavya vasarpati. Tamra was the last one. Asavya vasarpati. So means again Suryam, Sauram, Suryam. Asavya avasarpati. Avasarpati means the rising sun. So who is the rising sun? Nobody else other than the blue-throated Rudra, Nilakantam. Nilagrivo, blue-throated Rudra, Nilakantam is the only one. He rises, and when he rises, what happens to his Nilakantam? He becomes Vilohita. He becomes redneck. He becomes Vilohita. He becomes Vilohita. That crimson red color. So Nilagrivo Vilohita. So when he comes up, when he rises, who see him? Gopa. All the cowherds see him as see Rudra in the rising sun. Not only they see, not only the cowherds see, but who else see him? The maidens, the ladies who carry water on their heads. You would see this typical scene in Indian villages. You would see them early in the morning from all the water sources, from wells, from rivers, from tanks, from all these places. They carry water, a pot on their head. So all these people also see him. Then the Rudra Rishi summarizes, because he cannot describe a big list of people who see him. So he says, Utainam Vishwa Bhutani. The entire cosmos see him. So when we say entire cosmos see him, we are talking about trillions of solar systems that are everywhere. So wherever the sun rises in these trillions of galaxies, and then in every galaxy there are trillions of solar systems, billions and trillions of solar systems. So in every solar system, whoever lives there, so they all see the Tainam Vishwa Bhutani, the entire cosmos see Lord Rudra in the form of a rising sun. Asavya Vasarpadi Nilagrivo Vilohitaham Tainam Gopa Adirshan Nudahatyaham Tainam Vishwa Bhutani Sadrishtamadayatinaha. So let this Rudra, who comes in the form of a rising sun, let him make us all happy. So not only make him happy, as soon as we see him, be happy. Because if the sun doesn't rise, if it's all dark, we become miserable. Because you should live in very cold countries to realize what I'm talking about. If you live in very cold, like Alaska, where the sun doesn't rise for days. So if you live countries like that, or Antarctica, whatever, so you would see how miserable you are when you don't see the sun. So therefore, as soon as we see the sun, we become happy. Sun is nobody else other than Rudra. Now here I would like to remind our devotees that in our first introduction, we did talk about Upadesa Saram of Ramana Maharshi, where he talks about there is the Karma Phaladata who is dispensing the results of your karmas. And 4 verses down the line, in the 5th verse, he says, who is that Karma Phaladata is? So who is that Karma Phaladata? So Karturajñaya Prapyate Phalam Karma Kimparam Karmata Jadam. Karma என்பது ஜடம். அதற்கு பலன் கொடுக்கக்கூடிய சக்தி இல்லை. Karma is only jata, which means inanimate. It doesn't have the power in itself to give the results of your karma. So somebody has to give you the results. But then you have to do the karma. So only when you do the karma, then somebody can say, okay, let me give the results, or let postpone the results, or change the results to a different form, or not give any results at all. So that is decided by Parameshwara in the form of Rudra, who is a Karma Phaladata. And Ramana Maharshi down the line says that this Karma Phaladata, you offer all your Vishwararpitam Nechayakritam, offer all your actions unto him, and then do it as a duty, as with uninvolvement in whatever you do, and offer it to the Lord and pray for your good results. So who is that Lord and how do you worship him? He says, Kayavang mana karyamuttamam pujanam japa chintanam tatam chintanam kramat. So Kayavang mana karyamuttamam, கைகள் செய்வதை விட வாய்களில் மந்திரம் சொல்லி செய்யும் பூஜைகள் மேலானது. அதற்கு மேலானது மனத்தினால் அகத்திலே செய்யப்படும் பூஜை, இறைவனுக்கு ஒருமைப்பட்டு மன ஒருமைப்பட்டு செய்யப்படும் பூஜை மேலானது. The one focused, one pointed puja that you do to the Lord is more supreme than the other two. What are the other two? The one with your chanting, the one with your actions. So the most supreme is the one with your focused attention, the mental puja, but with focused attention on the Lord. So then who is that Lord that we have to do the puja to? Chintanam krama jagatayishadi yukta shevanam jagatayishadi. The Lord of this universe is Lord Shiva, Ishati. And then how do we see him? How do we see him? Because he's unmanifest, he's abstract. And then Ramana Maharshi says you see him in 8 forms, 8-fold forms. What are the 8-fold forms? Jagatayishadi yukta shevanam ashtamurtibir deva pujanam. He is the Lord and he is Lord Shiva. And he is a Karma Phaladata. So how do you see him? See him in all the 8 forms. What are the 8 forms? The Panchabhutas. Oh, Ramana Maharshi, I can't see the Panchabhutas. I can't see the air. I can't see the sky. I mean, I see the space. How can I do puja to space? So all the Panchabhutas are difficult to do puja. So then he says, okay, the moon and the sun are the 6 and the 7. The sun and the moon. Okay, sun and the moon, they're too far. Then what about all the Jivarasis? So the Jivarasis are here. So in the form of a sun, Lord Shiva manifests. So you can see him every morning. Then do your puja to him. So, and then everybody sees him. The cowherds see him. The water maidens see him. And the entire cosmos see him. So to that Rudra, So you offer your pujas, offer your worship, so that he can ameliorate, he can soften, he can mitigate the results of your bad karmas. So with that, we would conclude, and then we'll continue with verses 9 and 10 in our next session. Om Namah Shivaya.